Hello, friend. Welcome. Today I'd like to talk about dance posture. So dance posture is something that is commonly used in many martial arts systems and also in Native American tribal dance. I learned about dance posture through a Native American elder named Teri Uktena. So I'll put Teri's instructions in the description below so that you have reference, okay? Now, dance posture is something that is just a beautiful, it's grounding, but it's more than grounding. It's like rooting. And I use dance posture when it gets noisy out there in the world and I need to center. And I use dance posture just to calm my nervous system, to bring myself back to the sweet spot of the present moment, to give my body a break. Dance posture is really great for elongating our spines and for working on the strength of our core and our pelvic floor. Okay, so we're going to do this together and I'll walk you through the process. You can do this sitting down. So if standing up does not work for you, just know that you can sit in a chair and follow along and you should get the same benefits. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do to get into dance posture is have our feet just about hip width apart and our feet are facing forward. Okay. So we want to be on a really good foundation on our feet. So we can rock back and forth and feel that strong center point between the ball of our foot and the arch of our foot. And that should be the foundation that we stand on. All right. When you find that, just look down and we're going to bend our knees. We're going to bend them, not really exaggerated, a little bit slight. When you look down, you'll see your toes. Your knees are over your feet and you can see the tips of your toes. Okay. Your legs might be messaging you that this is not really comfortable. If you feel pain, stop. Any pain, stop. But if your legs are just saying, hey, this is a little wonky, hey, this is a little, I'm working too hard here, well, they need to work. Okay, so our legs are engaged because our knees are bent. And what you should feel is just a little bit of release in your lower back. Just these two positions, balanced footage, bent knees. Now we're going to come up here and engage our pelvic floor. The health of our pelvic floor is so important. It has everything to do with positive experiences having to do with going to the bathroom. Okay, so we all know our pelvic floor is super important for our core strength. Now, most of us in just normal movement and standing in our normal posture, we stand with our pelvic floor kind of tipped forward, just a little bit forward. And you could imagine a martini glass. Maybe you're at a cocktail party and someone's got a martini and that glass is tilted just a little forward. It's not spilling over, but any second it might. It kind of makes you nervous. Well, that's a little bit like what our pelvic floor can look like, just tilted a little bit forward. And we're going to bring that martini glass into alignment parallel with the floor. It's a really small movement, okay? So I'm not pushing my butt forward. I am more like taking my pelvic bone and lifting it up, forward and up. So I'm going to do this movement now. It's very slight movement. It's almost more of an adjustment than a movement. And I'm bringing my pelvic floor into alignment by pushing my pubic bone forward and up. I just did it. It feels really great because now my entire back has been released and my legs are doing their job. My legs and my core are doing their job of holding up my spine. And I feel it. So I also feel about 1,000 tiny little muscles right here, and they could be like part of my fascia that holds all this region together, but they're engaged. And also my lower abdomen, these muscles that are so deep and almost imperceptible, it's all engaged. I feel totally engaged. My back is relieved of any pressure because my legs and my core are doing their job. Again, you may be getting some messaging that this is weird. If it hurts, stop. If it doesn't hurt, hang out here. And we've got more. Now we're going to take a really, really big breath, exaggerated. and fill our rib cage. That's going to lift our rib cage and almost be like our torso is this big balloon that we're filling up. And when we exhale, let's leave our torso in the position that the big inhale brings it. Okay, so here we go. That exhale, but I leave my torso floating, and it really does feel like it's floating, and my core is doing the work. Can you feel that without pain? Now we're going to think about our shoulder blades. It's not a big movement. We're going to bring our shoulder blades closer together, even kind of closer to our spine. Oh, can you feel that release? Your back should feel at ease, even relaxed in this pose. And now we're going to take our finger and push our chin back a little, eyes straight forward, and we are in dance pose. Our core is engaged, our torso is almost floating effortlessly, and our legs and our core are doing all the work. So I'm going to do this again from the side, and I'll just do it really quickly so you can see it from the side. Finding my foundation on my feet. My weight is equally distributed. I'm bending my knees. I can see my toes. Now I'm going to straighten my little martini glass and bring my pelvic floor parallel with the floor by bringing my pubic bone forward and up. Oh, just like that. It's a tiny, tiny adjustment, and you should feel it immediately in your lower back and all the way up. Oh, ease. Now that big exaggerated breath. Yeah, shoulder blades together. Yeah, relaxed. Eyes forward. I'm in dance position. I can hang out here for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I can hang out here for a long time because I've been practicing it. I know it's not easy to get everything working. So if you need to practice with the first and the second position and then work up to your pelvic floor and then just work with your pelvic floor alone. And then when you work with it enough that you can bring in this big exaggerated breath, float your rib cage. You know, everything that you're doing is helping your spine, elongating your spine, bringing your core into contraction, doing its job. And this should really help your nervous system to feel more calm and to help bring you into more of the present moment here and let the outer world quiet down. So I hope this has helped you find your core and straighten your little martini glass. I'll see you in the next video.